Did I over-exaggerate it?
No?
You hit a fox?
Yeah, I hit a fox, actually. Yep, I hit a fox. The fox broke the lower control arm, broke the tie rods, broke the bumper, dented in the rear quarter, also took an axe after the fox was hit, of course. He got out, grabbed an axe, stuck it into the side, drug it down the end, then got into the car behind me, rear-ended this bitch, then flipped it 2 times, and then also left it in a field full of water. I said the fox did that, not me. So this is a really sad video to make, but I can't share any details, of course. The long story short of this is that I went to the TV show at the Tesla. I came back from the show and I didn't come back with the car. And I've been back for about 2 weeks now. The car is outside getting delivered here, and it does not quite look the same way as whenever I got to the show. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but we gotta get this car unloaded.
Oh my God.
Wow. Much more side damage than I expected.
Yikes.
Yo, Gavin, give me a thumbnail, bro.
Oh, well this side didn't get hit.
So yeah, so all I will say, I will talk a little bit right now because it's kind of it's a situation that didn't really go how I planned it to at all. And I'm really upset about it, to be honest with you. The reason why I'm upset is because this car showed up in a different truck than what they loaded it up with whenever they picked it up where we filmed the show at. And there's a reason for that, and it really bothers me, and I'll tell you guys why in just a second. I really hope they didn't leave the window though.
It looks like it. The right side seems to be a little bit lower than the left side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little lower. Oh, ball joint literally sheared off.
Nice.
So the funny thing that you really can't tell on video right now, this entire wheel, the spindle, the hub and everything is actually broken off, and this wheel is just dangling. And so that's the reason why it's not turning properly. Because it's just jammed up against the front of the headlight right now. So what do you think? Did I over-exaggerate it?
No? Not really.
Hey, actually, could you hold it right here for just a second? Let me grab jack stands. Thank you so much.
Yep, that is the lower control arm. The ball joint is literally just snapped. Is that the sway bar or tie rod?
It's a tie rod.
The tie rod in the front is just dangling. And I'm on it.
Yep.
Nice. Oh yeah.
It'll make you find your too. Really cold. Thank you. Yep, that hurts a good bit. I'll be honest, that one really stings.
Good thing your cage is still intact. No glass on the inside.
I didn't even get to see this thing nice.
I hate to say some usual shit I would say, but I think we can save this.
I really do.
I think we can save it.
It's got some broken. I thought it was.
It's got some broken stuff up there, but we can unbolt and do some more bolt.
I'll get it. It's just all right. So this is the fun part where I'm gonna have to really try my best to tell what happened without telling what happened, because if I talk about any details of this show before the show comes out, I will literally get sued like crazy.
None of us will have jobs anymore.
And we don't want that. So go buy our merch. No, I'm joking. But ouch, 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 ouch. All right, so real quick, just a quick summary. I'll explain just lightly because again, anyway, long story short, we got this car done just in time to take out to the show. And so we went and got a custom wrap done on it, which you guys saw in the video where we were in Atlanta. And we went and got a few other things done to it, and the car looked mint. And it was flawless. There was not a single dent, scratch, anything on this entire car. And this is what we left with. And so to explain a little bit of what happened, I was told for this show that there was going to be, I can't even talk about the premise of the show, but I'll just say that I was told for the show that we were going to maybe have a little bit of contact with the car if it was unavoidable. If it was unavoidable, I'll just say that. And so we basically signed a waiver releasing liability from this show, said show, so that they weren't liable for any damages that accidentally happened. Like if we crashed the car out on their show, they're obviously not going to cover it. So this is the funny part. Every bit of the damage on this car, every single thing that you see was not created by me. Literally not even a single bit. I had no part in any of this damage. So that's why I was upset, is because I was told that there would be very little to zero damage to this car at all. And in fact, I came home with a totaled Tesla 5 days after I bought it. It really does suck, and I've been kind of disappointed and really just bummed out about it, honestly. I went into like a state of depression for a few days whenever I got back from Atlanta. So this is why I couldn't really talk too much about it. I was waiting until the car got here. It took way longer than I thought to get here, but this is what we've got to deal with. So that's really it. The long story of it is pretty much that I'm just disappointed about the fact that the car was so badly hurt whenever I was told the exact opposite and that it wouldn't be. But it's okay. It's whatever. It's okay. You guys will see about a year from now, hopefully, whenever the show comes out, you'll understand every single bit of what I'm talking about right now. It just sucks that I can't talk about it and we have to show the car now, but whatever. Just please bear with me and stay patient, guys, please. But let me go through and I will start to talk a little bit about the damage that the car has, where it came from, how it happened, and what I'm gonna do to fix it. So this side, I'll go ahead and start on. I haven't even really gotten to look at the car at all. So this is the first time that I am truly getting to see the car outside of where the competition took place. So starting right here at the very front, it's very obvious that it needs a new bumper. Going over this way, this is something super minor, but I'm just talking about everything, really making a mental checklist right now more than anything, trying to make sure I know front to back, everything I need to get ordered. This front suspension, actually, I think is okay. I think this got saved. It feels good, so I think we're okay here, but this fender actually did have something get caught in it, and you can't hardly see because it's black, but it flared it out and pulled it a little bit, so we'll get a new fender, a new bumper on the way. Actually, everything over here looks fine. Everything on the inside of the car was fine, and I'm actually really happy to see that despite everything that happened to it, the car is still functioning properly. Everything is still working, which I mean, it's an electric car, so I get that. There's not much to break, but okay. Go video that other wheel while he stays right here.
Are you gonna turn
Just
it?
because I'm curious. So you see how the left wheel is turning? The left wheel is turning, but the right wheel is not, correct?
No.
Okay, so that is definitely indicative of a tie rod, at least. So we know that, but let me put it into gear right quick. It won't even let me, I don't think.
Because it's, I don't know, like that probably. What?
That's what I was looking at earlier.
Yeah, so that is the axle, I think.
That sounds like somebody's playing roulette out here.
Yeah.
I'm not betting on black.
Don't bet on black. It didn't work out for me. So then you come to the back, and this is where it gets a little bit disappointing because right here I had contact. I can't say anything. I'm just gonna say I had contact right here, and this dented in this rear quarter, which sucks because that's not just a quarter that just pops out and you replace a quarter panel. It is actually part of the body of the car. So we're gonna have to figure out something really with this because that's kind of sucky, but not a huge deal. Not a big deal. And then you move on to the back, and back here, this is where some more fun stuff happens. So the bumper kind of got destroyed, but luckily these Teslas have a crash support in the rear. And I'm not gonna lie, that was really great because it protected our trunk, the hatch, everything back here. The taillights are all intact, the rear quarters, everything actually, honestly, on the back of the car is really not bad. We'll get a new bumper replaced, we'll get a new valence, and it's gonna be fine. Now, this is the side that really upset me pretty bad. This is the side that really is gonna need a lot of work, and like, I mean a lot. So, back on this quarter, if you notice, this is not only a dent, not only is it just a scratch, but if you look, there is actually a cut that not only dented in this entire thing, f***ed up this seam where the door meets up, not only did it f*** up literally every bit of the part of the frame of the car, which is extremely important, and that's more of what I'm truly concerned about, is the fact that all of this got bent way out of shape, and it's cut and everything. So this is going to be literally the hardest part of this car to fix if I decide to fix it, which I'm probably going to. I'm taking this much better 2 weeks later than I was 2 weeks ago, I promise. So anyways, as we keep going, this rear door right here definitely has a lot of damage as well. So this is literally looks like a can opener got taken to it. So this door is for sure going to have to get replaced. But luckily, I looked up on eBay, and right now they have not only this door, but this door as well. And for a pair in white, I can actually order both of those doors for sub like $1,100. So that's not bad. This literally looks like I'm one of those YouTubers that buy cars off of Copart to rebuild, except for it's just not the case at all. This is a brand new car like 3 weeks ago, and now I'm rebuilding it.
It's like Whistling Diesel, but mixed with Goon Squad and like a few other people who just fixed it.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
So close to having perfect headlights.
Yeah.
So close.
Ooh.
So headlight got wrecked, fender got wrecked. Another thing that sucks is that the mounting tab for this fender at the front definitely got wrecked, and this was a very, 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 very hard contact that I was not expecting, to say the least. And I had a really hard contact on this front quarter, and what happened in that is obviously the tie rod broke, and also if we spin it around enough, can you see where my finger's at?
Yep.
This is the lower ball joint.
Nice.
So
Wow, that just sheared off.
yeah, so that's what I was telling you guys, is that the front wheel literally just came off. Long story short, the axle broke, so that really sucks. And then not only that, the axle, the lower control arm, the ball joint, the tie rod end, everything got destroyed whenever this front end got smashed, including the headlight, including this fender mount, including the bumper mount, including the bumper, including, I don't even know what this is because it's a Tesla. I don't know what these are, but it looks like little oil coolers, but it's obviously not oil coolers.
Is it the condenser?
Oh yeah, AC condenser. Everything inside of this bumper, even the f***ing crash support, dude. Look at the crash support flattened out. That right there tells you how hard of a contact that was. And again, the only reason that I'm upset is because I was told verbatim that this was not going to happen. And that is not an accident. Neither is any of this. Neither is the side of the car. Neither is the back. You get my point? Cool. It looks like the core support is okay. So I think, honestly, we're going to be able to get away with rebuilding this car. And it's going to be a pain. And no, I've never worked on a Tesla. No, I didn't expect this to be what content was going to be like, but this is where we're at. So the plan from here, as far as the damage, luckily it was all external damage, and being that this is an electric car, there was no coolant lines or anything like that got cut. The car didn't overheat. There was no oil lines that got damaged, and the car didn't spin a bearing. There was no issues like that, so that's good. Also, another thing that's kind of a really good deal is that the hood, surprisingly, stayed in place and didn't even get dented or anything in the slightest, which is hilarious because it literally hit so hard that the headlight came up into the hood and it broke the headlight, but the hood actually stayed fine. It never dented, never did anything. So the hood's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna have to really start taking the car apart and figuring out what all that this thing is gonna need, because I have a feeling it's gonna be quite a bit. I don't know, I guess really the next thing that I'm gonna do is, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'm gonna start taking shit apart, figuring out what all needs to be replaced. We'll make a video doing that and figuring out what all that I need to order, because it's gonna be an extensive list of stuff. But the good news is that I have a feeling truly I will be able to get this thing back to just about okay. The one thing that I'm truly seriously still worried about is this back right here. This is probably, I don't know, we're gonna have to really figure something out with that, but we'll get there. Main thing that I'm worried about at the moment is just getting the car running and driving again, which it's still running. You just hear that the axles broke off inside of the front electric motor hub, and so that is why we're having that clicking whenever we try to put it in drive. And the car is all-wheel drive, so it doesn't move without all the axles connected. So first thing that I'm gonna do is pop this wheel off whenever I can, figure out what all is wrong, and figure out what it's gonna take to get started fixing it. It just really sucks. I've got, like, I would say probably about $85,000 tied up into this particular car right here, this car. And I wasn't expecting to have to do any of this whenever I got back from the show, and it was really just a big publicity stunt for the apparel brand, Don't Lose Sight, but it didn't exactly go as planned. So if you guys want to help us out, don't lose sight, guys. No, not really. But if you do want to go check it out, it's www.dls.store, in case you know. Luckily, everything else is okay. It's just going to be a little bit of money to get the damn thing fixed, but I'm truly, honestly optimistic about it. It took me a few weeks to get to this headset or mindset, headspace, whatever. I was really, honestly, pretty bummed out about it for the first little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. I really do. I have faith that I will be able to get this thing back working properly.
You hit a box?
Yeah, I hit a Fox, actually. Yep, I hit a Fox. The Fox broke the lower control arm, broke the tie rods, broke the bumper, dented in the rear quarter, also took an axe after the Fox was hit, of course. He got out, grabbed an axe, stuck it into the side, drug it down the end, then got into the car behind me, rear-ended this bitch, then flipped it 2 times, and then also left it in a field full of water. I said the Fox did that, not me. So yeah, this actually was another thing too that I'm kind of worried about, is that this car was left in a field of water. There was actually...
How high was the water?
There was water to about here or so.
Sick.
I'm sure that's great for the battery.
Yeah, no, I think they liked it, but we'll have to figure this out.
I mean, the car still turns on.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really surprised. I'm very, very, very impressed with Tesla after this show. That's another thing that I will say. This car had no to give. It didn't stop. It literally, through getting hit, through getting beat down, this car kept going and kept driving until the point of where the axle actually completely broke and it couldn't anymore.
Oh boy, Elon right here put in work.
Oh yeah.
Elon.
I just wanted to give you guys an update on what happened to the car. It's been a few weeks now, obviously, since I've been at the show, but this is what happened to it. And I really wanted to talk about it. This is all that I've got to do though. Hi. So anyways, that is pretty much a wrap for this video. I don't have anything else to talk about, don't have anything else to show you guys. There's nothing cool going on. It's really just depressing that I just got done building this car to be literally perfect, and shortly thereafter it was just completely destroyed. But it's okay. I just wanted to make this video to show you guys this is pretty much an introduction to a series that we're going to be having, inadvertently, on accident, rebuilding a Tesla. So if you guys are interested, make sure you smash that subscribe button and follow along, because this is going to be a little hefty project, to say the least. And I've never worked on a Tesla. I don't know anything about electric cars, really. I bought this car. It was my first electric anything, and it got destroyed 3 days later, 5 days later, something like that. So not a big deal. We're going to rebuild it, and it's going to be awesome, because that's what we do here. With that being said, guys, just want to remind you, we do have our giveaways going on right now. You can get entered in to win either a 2010 Pro-Charged Camaro SS or my 2012 Nissan GTR Black Edition. All you've got to do is go to www.dls.store. Every dollar spent on your favorite designs gets you automatically entered in to win one car or the other. So go now, go check it out. Every dollar, honestly, at this point is gonna, oh God, it's probably gonna go back into building this thing, because Jesus Christ, this is gonna get expensive. I don't know if y'all have ever priced Tesla parts, but they're just not cheap. Hopefully we'll get this thing back built, and over the next few weeks it'll be done, and maybe we'll go do some cool stuff with it. Hopefully we can get it just looking good. And worst case, this is the only thing I'll say about it. Worst case, if we can't figure out this rear quarter, I just so happen to have just gotten some pretty good experience with wide bodies, so. So one more thing that is actually the funniest part about this all that I forgot. This was from a live 220 volt cable.
Oh.
That is literally electricity that was live, that shocked the shit out of the car and drug a burn all the way down to the back here. But we ended up wiping it off, but you can kind of see where it left a line of residue. That was kind of funny.
Just the cherry on top, literally.
Horsepower right there.
Yeah, well, I guess it is electric. All right.
2,000 volts straight to the tire.
See you guys next video.
Eastside, Westside, New York to LA. Get that money, ain't no time for play. Promise you won't feel no type of way. Hot this shit go round, what can I say?